Today we're going to be making some UV resin jewelry. Here I'm just showing you one of my buckets of dried flowers from last season, and I'm trying to use all these because I'm going to have more from this season. So this is the ones we picked out of that bucket. There's just some different ones. There's a zinnia, a rose. I think that one was from a bouquet flower that someone gave me. And then this is the resin tape and the other pieces of things we're going to be using. We're going to do bezels today. And here's the UV resin I'm using. We're going to fill the first bezel about halfway full of resin. And this is UV resin, which takes a UV light to cure. I'm going to do a video coming up on the difference between UV resin and epoxy resin, so keep a lookout for that. I'm going to be using toothpicks. And I like to use the toothpick to move the resin around to make sure it's on all the edges of the bezel. I'm just going to gently push it back. And then I take the toothpick and bring up all the bubbles and pop them with a lighter. If you don't bring up the bubbles from the bottom, then they don't pop easily. They only pop if they're on the surface. So this is, I want to say this was a lily, if I'm not mistaken, from last season. And they were like a dark purple before they were dried, and they stayed a little purple after the fact. But I just took the ends of them off, and I'm going to cut them to fit my bezel. And of course, as soon as I cut this, it flew right in my bezel. Typically, I wouldn't be doing this over my bezels. I'd be doing it to the side, but for the video's purpose, so you could see me cutting it, I had done it over the bezels. So, and a piece of it got in there, so I got it out. And now, this is me popping the bubbles with the lighter. So I'm just going to take, it almost looks like a thumbprint. I think it turned out really cute in the end. The shape of it fits perfect in the bezel. And this one kind of had a little bit of a tear, but I used it anyway. And then you just gently push it down into the resin. And I wanted to add some gold foil accents in it, so I'm going to do that as well. So this is just the back of one of my stud earring molds, and it's silicone, so it works really well for this purpose. I just take some gold foil and put it out on there, and that's what I use for my gold foil. It works out really well. So I'm just going to take one little strip of gold foil, but I'm not going to leave it solid. I'm going to tear it into tiny little pieces while it's in the resin and just go down the one side of the bezel. And they'll be like tiny little pieces, big pieces, and that's kind of what I was going for. And spoiler alert, the one I was working on just now, it gets ruined. So the other one had to turn into a necklace. You'll see in a minute. I was like, oh no. So we're just going to tear the little pieces. Every once in a while that will happen to one of my pieces, and it's sad, but you can always just turn your other one into a necklace and it's fine. So put that under a UV light for about a minute, and then you're going to add the rest of the UV resin to the top to make a doming effect and to finish it off. And it also will finish covering up that flower for you. I like to do it just a little bit at a time, and to see kind of where the resin is filling up and to see if I need to add any more or not. And you can see in the video where there's holes. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, to see what I need to cover up. You just don't want to overfill the bezel. I love this UV resin tube because it's so small. I used a really big one in the past just because I used so much of it. I needed a big one. But this comes in a pack of 3 of these small ones. I like it better because you can just use it easier. It's more user-friendly because it's small. So now I'm just going to take this toothpick and move it around. See how now the hole filled in? That's exactly what you want. And then you just make sure all your edges are covered. And then if there's any bubbles, pop those. I think where I went wrong is right here. I left that on there a little too long and then immediately put it under the UV light. I should have let it cool down a little bit longer, because right where I had that lighter on, right before the UV light, it heated up my resin too much and it made a big bubble there. And that's happened before and I should have known better, but it's too late. So just know, if you're using your lighter, let your resin cool down. I mean, it doesn't take long for it to cool down. Just let it cool down though before you put the UV light on it, because it'll bubble up like that if you don't. So next I'm going to fill these bezels halfway full with resin and then pop the bubbles. And for this one, I decided I wanted to use these little flowers. And I'm just going to cut them off. The little scissors I'm using are my seam ripper scissors from my sewing machine, and they work so well for all my resin projects because they're so tiny. And I'm trying to be more careful how I cut them so they don't end up in the resin again. So I took the individual stems off, and I'm trying to keep it as even as possible, but I'm going to do 3 little stems in each earring. I was going for like a summer vibe with these, just because, you know, summer is a time for flowers. And then my hearts are also going to have some suns in it as well for summertime. And then so I'm just going to put the tall one in the middle and then 2 shorter ones on each side. And once you have those arranged, you're just going to put it under your UV light for about a minute so they'll set, and then finish doming the top of those. Now these were already pretty full, so I wanted to be careful how much I put in it on the top because I didn't want it to run over. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the top. I really like how these turned out. They're so simple, but I really like them. The only thing is with these little flowers, where there's like little bell type shape, long bells, so little bubbles will get stuck in there. So a lot of the times you will have tiny little bubbles coming out of those when you cure it. So that's the only thing about those, but it still turned out really pretty. It's just because those bubbles get trapped, there's not really much you can do about it if they're stuck in there when you're curing it. And then put them under there for a minute, and then we'll move on to our hearts. So for this one I chose the rose, and I wanted to tear it up into little pieces, but I wanted them to be like different size pieces. So some of them really small and some of them a little bigger. We're also going to use these little sun shapes in there as well. So again, do the UV resin about halfway full and pop your bubbles. A lot of the bubbles will want to stay on the edge, so watch your edges as well to bring those up. So these little sunshines are cute. They have a little smiley face type thing on it. I don't know if it's necessarily a smiley face, but it's a face. And I decided to put 3 of them in each earring, but they're too heavy to do how I usually do by putting resin on your toothpick and then putting it on the thing. It didn't work, so I just put them in there and plopped them, and I rearranged them with my toothpick. I just wanted to make sure that the faces were setting upright. And then I'm putting all 3 of those on the edge there. From here, they almost look like a sunflower, but they're a sunshine. So now we're going to start placing just random different size pieces of this broken up rose and this earring. But I'm going to stay to the edge. And just put them kind of randomly, but make sure there's a gap in between each piece. And then sometimes when you push a flower petal down, those bubbles pop up. So just make sure you bring those bubbles to the top and pop them. And then I wanted to do tiny little pieces of gold foil. I'm trying to find a small piece. And I'm just going to kind of put those between the spaces of the rose petal. It'll just give it a little bit more shine and texture. This earring just reminds me of something. The vibe I'm getting from it just reminds me of something, but I can't place my finger on it. But I really like it. I think the heart one is the favorite one I did out of this series. I like all three of them, but I like this one the best. Just because it's different. It's unique. And so once you have that, put it under the UV light, and then of course you're going to dome the top like we did the rest of them. And then once you get this domed, always on my last set, I like to use the UV light for about 3 minutes, just so you have everything nice and cured. The reason I only do 1 minute on the first pairs is because I know it's going to be under the UV light for several more minutes as I keep going. So for my last pair, I do about 3 minutes to make sure it's nice and cured. I don't know about you, but my UV light does 30 seconds and 1 minute at a time. So I will have to turn it back on 3 times. This is my scrap flower little cute thing. So the flowers, rose petals that I just used, I put them in there, see? And this is just one time I'll just use all those together in a project. I just save them. So this is me turning the whole tape over and putting it under the UV light for a minute or two. Because if you don't, you'll have runny resin stuck on your tape. And if you just put it under the UV light like that for a minute on the back, then it will harden nicely and you can just take it off the tape easily. I also like to flip the cardboard and tape over like this as I'm taking it out so my gloves don't stick to the tape. It makes it easier. At this point, you can clean the backs of these earrings with rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip if you want, if they're sticky, because sometimes tape will stick to them. But this is how they turned out. I really love them. This kind of reminds me of a thumbprint. So cute. This one I couldn't use, but it's okay. We'll turn the other one into a necklace. That was not good. Oh, I hear my daughter coming up. Hopefully she... Okay, anyway. So that one we can't use. So now we're going to put our hardware on. So we have jump rings that we're going to add to the earrings. And I'm doing small ones for the earrings, and I'm doing like a medium-sized one for the necklace because you want enough room for the necklace to be able to move around in the jump ring. So I like to use 2 sets of pliers. So I'm going to open up that jump ring, put it in the earring, and then you can just put your earring hook on. Just put it in your jump ring and close it up. These pliers like to stick, so I have to force them. And if you have trouble with your grip like me, using 2 sets of pliers is very, very helpful. It won't hurt your fingers. I really like how those turned out. They're so cute. So for the necklace, there's lots of ways you can do it, but this is how I like to do it. I just like to open the jump ring and the earring and then just lay the necklace and close it up that way. It just is so much easier than trying to get the necklace through the hole. So now it's already in there, and then you just close it up. Then you have a necklace. I was struggling getting that one closed. And I really think it's pretty. It turned out nicely. Okay, here's I'm going to call it our thumbprint necklace. It turned out pretty. And then I love these earrings. They turned out really pretty too. They're so simple, but I like them. And then this is my favorite one of the bunch. Let me know which one you like the best out of the 3. I love the collars, the yellow and the gold from this one in the sunshine. And this is all of them together. I have a ton more videos on my channel. Please like and subscribe and go check those out. And I hope that you have a blessed day.